You know the gate. You've stood at it longer than you'd like to admit. Some of you for a season, some of you for years. Standing at the edge of a life you can almost make out in the dark, making the same offer everyone makes. Show me and I'll move. Prove it and I'll believe. One glimpse, one sign, one paycheck, one phone call, one door opening an inch, and then I'll pack. It's a fair offer. It's a reasonable offer. And the lights never come on for it. So tonight, the rule about houses that nobody tells you, the one that decides everything. You cannot see a house before you live in it. Not really. Not the version of it that's yours. The lights don't work the way the gate assumes they do. They never have. They're wired to the inside. Here's the mechanism. And once you see it, you'll see it everywhere. Everything you can see, the numbers, the faces, the way a room goes quiet or warm when you walk in, all of it is mail. And mail is delivered to an address, not to the street, not to the gate. The view from a house arrives at that house. You've lived this already, more than once. The job that only made sense after you took it. The person who only came into focus after you stopped auditioning them. The city that stayed postcard flat, far, someone else's, right up until your key turned in a door there. Every time, the view arrived after you did. Every time, seeing was the mail, and you had to be home to sign for it. Which is why waiting to see it first is the one order reality never fills. You're asking the house to mail its rooms out to the street. It won't. Not out of cruelty, out of accuracy. And here is the part the gate never lets you suspect. Out of something gentler than accuracy. The house isn't refusing you the view. It's keeping it for you. Wrapped, held. The dark between you and those rooms was never a wall. It's how a view stays new for the one it belongs to. Nobody spoils a gift they've been keeping this long. Let yourself picture it for a moment, without arguing with it. A field at dusk, and gates standing in the fog, a whole line of them, receding farther than you can count, and not one of them attached to anything. No fence, no wall, just gates, standing free in the open grass, and past every one of them, which is to say, past nothing at all, a house already finished, already warm, holding its view in the dark like a secret it's delighted to be keeping. So here is all I'll ask of you tonight, and it's smaller than you expect. Catch yourself at the gate, once, mid-want, mid-wish. Notice the posture, the show me first lean, where it lives in the body, how it holds your weight slightly back, one step outside your own life. Don't correct it. Don't walk through anything. Just notice. You are standing at a gate with no fence. Which leaves the question this episode is really about. And I'll leave it with you exactly as it is. If a house can only be seen from inside it, where were you standing all those times you were so sure you were outside looking in? Don't solve it tonight. Wherever you were standing, you were never as far away as the gate made it feel, and the house has been keeping your view this whole time. The lights are already on. Now the gentler secret, the one that changes how the dark feels. Everyone moves in blind. Everyone, always. Every life you have ever admired from the street. Every person who seems to live somewhere you can't imagine reaching entered it in the dark, occupied first, saw after. They were not shown something you weren't. There was no tour. There has never once been a tour. They went in before the lights, the way everyone does, and they did the only thing there is to do in a dark house. They put a hand out, and the furniture met it. That's all faith is, by the way. It was never believing harder. It was never squeezing your eyes and forcing the picture. Faith is just reaching in the dark, as if the chair is there. It is. Let's feel that right now. Not tonight, now. Pick one thing you're waiting to see proof of. You have one. It's been riding under this episode the whole time. Feel the demand for the view, the show me where it leans, how it grips. Now, for 10 seconds, trade the demand for a reach. Not show me, just a hand out in the dark, as if the surface is there. Nothing to force, nothing to picture. Notice, your body already knows the difference between demanding a view and reaching for a chair. One of them trembles, the other one lands. And here's a strange, wonderful thing about this house you're entering blind. Somewhere in it, there's a staircase, and the staircase climbs in two directions at once, and both of them arrive at the same warm door. You cannot take it wrong. Reach left, reach right. Climb what feels like down in this house entered this way. Every reach lands. It was not built to punish the sightless. It was built by someone who knew exactly how you'd arrive, which is the part nobody says about the dark, so I'll say it plainly. The dark is not a test. Nobody is hazing you at the threshold of your own life. The dark is the wrapping. The house keeps the lights off for you the way you keep a gift wrapped until the person it's for is finally in the room. Not being able to see yet was never evidence that you're outside. It's evidence the view is still yours to unwrap. And somewhere, you know this somewhere by now, the version of you who stopped demanding the tour is already asleep in that house. One hand still resting on the chair back, and the rooms have been quietly assembling themselves around them all night. So tonight, we enter properly. Lights off. Before sleep, go in, but don't look at it. No pictures tonight. Pictures are the gate. Instead, touch. The door's weight as it gives. The wall under your palm as you move down the hall. The chair back, exactly where your hand expects it to be. The bed made, in the dark, by someone who knew you were coming. If you can feel it, you're inside. Seeing was never the door. Fall asleep with your hand on the furniture. And if all you feel tonight is your own bedroom, that's all right too. That was never the wrong house. The view stays wrapped, the rooms stay kept, and the lights on the inside, where you are, already on. So, the question from the first night: if a house can only be seen from inside it, where were you standing? All those times you were so sure you were outside looking in? Try to find it. Actually look. Every house you have ever seen, every gate, every lit window, every street softened by fog, Every life you ever pressed your face against, where did it appear? Not out there. It appeared where all things appear. In here, inside, within the same attention that is hearing this sentence, the one place you have never once left. Check it now, gently. Picture the outside of your own front door, the color of it, the way the light finds it in the evening. Now notice where the picture is happening. Not on the street, not out past some gate. In here. Even the outside shows up inside. The seeing was never out there, waiting to be earned. It was always coming from in here. Every view you ever ached for, already arriving at the only address you've ever occupied. Which means, and hold this loosely, like something warm, you have never once been outside. There is a window across the street from you, somewhere, lit gold in the fog, and if you could walk over tonight and look into it, you would find this room, the one you're in now. Lamp, chair, the cup on the sill. Every window you ever looked into was this one. The tour you were waiting for has been running the whole time, from the inside. So tomorrow, 3 small acts of residency performed blind, no peeking. Rest before the permission arrives. Decline the thing the old address always accepted. Say the easy no, or the easy yes. 3 acts, no evidence first. A house assembles itself around a resident faster than it will ever perform for a visitor. And before you sleep the deepest thing and the simplest, close your eyes. The whole house disappears, every wall gone. Now notice what didn't disappear. Whatever that is, awake, quiet, unlocated. That's the resident. Stay with it a while. It doesn't need the lights on to be home, because every window that ever glowed at dusk, every stranger's lamplit room you ever ached at from a passing train, every warm square of gold in every fog on every street you ever walked, all of it was lit from in here. The whole city, every house of it, indoors, already occupied all along by the only resident there ever was. The lights are already on. Next time, the question this channel exists to ask. You are somewhere right now, obviously. So find it. Not the name of the room, the exact place where you are. It sounds simple. It has never once been done. We go looking next week. If you want the question to find you, ring the bell below. The bell is by the door.